Today we are doing as a in a module 3 second part. Module 3 first part is feedback amplifier, second part is output stage and power amplifier. Power amplifier, there is a mainly we have four types, that classification, introductions, and what are the four type. In each type different circuit today we can discuss. What is this power amplifier means actually? Previously we are discussed about amplifier. Amplifier is nothing but weak signal into the boosted signal or more signal. So if it is voltage is a input and output is voltage, usually we are calling that one as a voltage amplifier. If voltage is a input, current is a output, so current by voltage is transconductance amplifier. Same as if both the side is current, then that is current amplifier. If input is current, output is voltage, it is V by I, so it is called as a trans resistance amplifier. Yesterday class we have discussed on that. Now what may be the power amplifier means? Here power amplifier usually we can discuss like that. It is amplifying the power of the signal. Power of the signal, actually everyone know what is power. P is equal to V into I. So voltage and current product we are taking here and that we are amplifying. It is mainly useful for the audio signals. Okay. Now to design this one we require some load line concept. Previously we have discussed this one. Once again we will check what is load line means. DC load line, actually we are doing for the transistor. Okay, any transistor circuit you can take. I am taken one simple transistor circuit with feedback, that is previously discussed in module 1. Okay, in this circuit what happens if I go with the output loop? Okay, we are going with the output loop. So this is the output loop KVL. What happens? VCC minus this portion is VCE. Okay, VCE into RC. Okay, this portion is VCE. Okay, and this portion is, here IC is there, here RC is there. Okay, so we have three portion, VCC minus ICRC minus VCE. Okay, if I combine with VCE, it is nothing but VCC minus ICRC. This is very important formula in the module 1 also we are discussed. Now in this we can do here two cases. Okay, first we will discuss case 1. In this we can make IC is 0. If I made IC is 0, this whole term becomes 0 and I am getting VCE is equal to VCC. Okay, that is the this point here. This point is called as a VCE maximum. Why it is called as a maximum? Because when IC is 0, this is actually y axis is IC, x axis is VCE, this is IV characteristic. In this, when I is 0, what is VCE you are getting? That is the maximum point. So this IC 0 case 1 we are getting as a VCE maximum as a VCC. This already we are discussed. Same way, how to get the IC maximum? This portion I am calling as a IC maximum. How we getting this IC maximum? We have to make as a second case, in that VCE is 0. If VCE is 0 here, so this becomes 0. What is IC become? Is nothing but VCC by RC. Okay, that is what we are drawn here. This is actually maximum. Why? Because this portion is 0, it is in 0 axis, so VC is 0. So in two cases, case 1 and case 2, we are deriving the two part. One is VCC by RC, one is VCC. In between whatever line is drawn, that is called as a DC load line. So once again, DC load line is nothing but the line draw between IC maximum and VCE maximum. IC maximum can be obtained from when VCE is 0. VCE maximum can be obtained from when IC is 0. So I hope everyone understand what is load line. Now in this load line, I have three portions. What are the three portions? One is maximum, one is minimum, one is middle. Okay, this point I am calling as a maximum one. Okay, and this one actually ICQ means the middle point between this load line we are calling as a Q point. Okay, operating point of the transistor. So this is we are calling as a middle point, and obviously the 0 point is the minimum point. So if I have any sine wave, okay, it has something like that. This is the maximum point and this is the minimum point. So maximum point is VCC by RC, The middle point is ICQ and minimum point is 0. Okay, this is how current can be represented. Now here not only current, we have to represent voltage also, because power amplifier means we required voltage and current both. So I have to draw same here. This is the middle point for the current, okay, sorry, voltage, and this is the maximum point for the voltage, and this is the minimum point for the voltage. Why minimum point? Because 0. Why maximum point? Because maximum is VCC, middle is VCE. Okay, so it is coming something like that. Okay, maximum and like this. This is maximum point and this is minimum point. This is 0 point. Okay, now understood how we have to write current and voltage. Current is drawn, the 0 point is in ICQ and maximum point at VCC by RC and minimum point is 0. This is all about current. Okay, and same way, what is the voltage we have to write? Voltage is 0 point is VCEQ as it is ICQ, and maximum point is VCC. So maximum point VCC and minimum point is 0. So this is minimum point. Okay, this is how we are drawn from the load line. Very important here, how we are taking load line 0 point, it is always Q point. Okay, and this one is one peak, we can call it as a V peak, and this is another one peak, negative part. Okay, this is nothing but sine wave. Now the same diagram here I have written. Yes or no? This is the maximum point, 0 point, and this is the minimum point. Same way, this is the minimum point and this is the maximum point and this is the 0. Okay, now in this diagram we can know that if it is Q point is 0, I am getting as a full sine wave, because it is 0 here, one peak from here, one peak from here, both are representing, so I am getting everything. So this is how DC load line concept come to the picture. Any doubt on this DC load line? Now I am going with the different type of the amplifier. Already we have discussed what is power amplifier. Is nothing but amplifying the power of the signal input to the output. Okay, in this we have total 5 type of the power amplifier. In this, the amplifier called as a class A power amplifier, class B, and combination of AB is called class AB, third one is class C, and last one is class D power amplifier. Usually class D amplifier in your syllabus it is not there. It is actually digital power amplifier. It is not coming to the part in the analog part. Okay, we are only dealing with these 4. Okay, A, B and AB together and C. Now what is this class A amplifier, class B amplifier, class AB and class C means? See, in this point already I told all is depend upon the Q point. Okay, if Q point is in the middle, we are calling this one as a class A. If Q point is in between, sorry, in Q point is in the 0, that means when I see 0 and we see marks, that means this point, that is called as a class B. Okay, and class A means your Q point is somewhere in the middle point. Class B means the Q point should be in the 0 of the IC and VC is here. And if it is class C means it is after the 0 somewhere in the negative value. Okay, if it is your Q point somewhere after the 0, that is called as a class C. Okay, what may be the class AB? Class AB is nothing but in between these two. So no, that means actually it is middle to 0 anywhere. It may be here, it may be here, it may be here, any point. This is called as a class AB. Total we have 4 type of power amplifier. Class A amplifier means your Q point present in the middle. Class B amplifier means your Q point present in the IC 0 and VCE maximum point. Class C power amplifier means it is in the negative value of the VCE and IC, both negative value. In the class AB is nothing but it is the middle of the A point and B point. A point is the Q point in middle, B point is 0. So in between that, anywhere if you are present the point, that is called as a class AB. Okay, total we have 4 type of power amplifier we have. One by one we will check what happens. Usually class A amplifier will take already I told what is my Q point in class A. It is the middle of that. So I am getting full sine wave. Why? Because the upper part is nothing but, see, this one is upper part, I see maximum. So full I am getting, and this also I am getting full. Okay. So it is called as a full cycle or 360 degree. Okay. So same in the negative side. Why? Because Q point present middle. So this peak also we will get, this peak also will get. We will only get positive portion. Transistor, if it is negative, we won't get any Q point over there. So we can call it as a class A amplifier is Q located at the center point, and we will get full cycle 360 degree of the sine wave. If it is class B, what happens? We are presenting Q point in the IC0 and VC. See here, here we are presenting. What happens? Only output I will get positive area. So positive area, actually this point is take as a 0. Usually I am getting something like this. Okay. So this portion I am not getting. Why? Because this is negative portion. Negative portion I won't get. Only we are getting in the positive portion only. So what happens? We are getting only this portion. So this is called as a 180 degree, or it is called as a half cycle. Okay. Why? Because the Q point in the 0, so only some portion we are getting, other portion we are not getting. And third one we are calling class AB. What is this class AB means? The Q point in between, somewhere between middle to 0, that is somewhere the Q point here, not in middle or not in 0, in between that. So what happens? In this, the upper portion I will get full, but lower portion only small portion I will get. Because if it is Q point here, anyway I will get full portion here. Why? Because up to here I have the V peak, yes or no? So I will get full form. Actually 180 degree means what? Here to here, this portion to this portion. Okay. But we are taking Q point in between somewhere. So definitely we will get positive point, but negative point is depending upon where Q point. Okay. If it is somewhere nearest to B, then it is very smaller. See, smaller. If it is near to here, you will get bigger. But what we can call it is more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. Why it is like that? See, class A we are getting 360 degree, and class B we are getting 180. It is in between 180 360. So it is called more than 180 and less than 360. Okay. This is called as a class A power amplifier. Okay. Now we are moving on the class C power amplifier. Last one. What is actually class C? It is after the Q point in the negative point. If it is negative point, we are consider what happens. Actually this is the 0 point, so I have to get something like this, sine wave, something like this. But what happens? Up to 0 after this portion will won't get. Already I told only positive portion in the transistor we are getting. So only some portion of the part only we are getting. It is always less than 180 degree, because Q point is here, Q point below is 180 degree. Anyway I am not getting, but here there is a possibility of small point may be present. So it is called as a less than 180 degree. Okay. This is all about class A, class B, class AB and class C. Once again I will explain here. Class A means 360 full. Why? Because Q point is the center of the load line. B means it is 180 degree. Why? Because it is in the on x-axis, that means IC is 0. And C means it is below x-axis, that is nothing but negative. So only some portion I will get. Okay. And AB is nothing but in between A and B. So 360, 180 in between, and it lies between x-axis to center of the load line. So I am getting only some half portion only I am getting. Okay. And actually what happens, if it is very small portion, efficiency is very high. Okay. If it is large portion, efficiency decreases. Okay. But the issue in class C, I am not getting full cycle, but efficiency is very high. Okay. But in class A what happens, I am getting full cycle, but efficiency is very low, or we can call it as a poor. Okay. and here no distortion because full signal I am getting. Here actually 180-degree distortion, here more than 180-degree distortion, here also some distortion in between 180 to 360-degree. This is all about what is class A, what is class B, what is class C, and what is class AB. Actually very simple, class A, class B, class C, everything depend upon the load line. If load line in the middle, it is called class A. If it is here in 0 point, it is class B. If it is in between A and B, it is AB. If it is below the x-axis or negative, it is C. And always we remember, we will get as a one cycle from 0 to this. This is one peak, this is another peak. We have to draw always according to that. For those reasons, when Q point is here, I am get full cycle. If Q point go on decreasing, my degree of the sine wave also go on decreasing. That is the reason I am getting different degree of the. I hope you are getting. Now I will go with the calculations. What actually we have to calculate in the all these parts. Okay, first one we are calling as a DC analysis. Second one we are calling AC analysis. Actually, whatever input we have, that is called as a DC. Okay, power in DC. Whatever output we have, we are calling in power in AC. Okay, and efficiency we can find out from output to input. Here output is which one? AC. So input is, this is output. Okay, and this is input. So output by input is efficiency. So AC analysis, what answer I will get? That divided by DC analysis is efficiency. DC analysis also we can call input analysis. AC analysis also called as a output analysis. Okay, and in AC analysis we can do these four type of the signal possibility. If you know the one type of signal, simply go on converting, you can get it. What is RMS and peak relation? Remember, VRMS and VM relation. RMS means VRMS I will take, and peak means can we take as a VM. So what is relation between VRMS and VM? Remember, VRMS VM divided by root 2. Yes. Yeah, very good. So that equation if I use, I will get peak signal. If you know peak signal, what is peak to peak signal? What is peak signal and peak to peak signal? This is actually one. Yeah, yeah. So what is relation between VP and VPP? Yeah, very good. So we have to take as a VP is nothing but VP to peak by 2 also, or 2 times of the VP also we can take. Okay. So that relation only you have to write here. Very simple. If you know RMS, convert into the peak, convert into the peak to peak, and maximum minimum is nothing but a peak to peak signal. Yes or no? Why? Because see, if I go any sine wave signal, this is I am calling maximum, this is I am calling minimum. If I made maximum to minimum, it's nothing but peak to peak. Another way of the calling peak to peak is maximum to minimum. So this and this both are same. Okay, and these two are will different depending upon your equations. Okay, any one equation you can take. Usually I am taking peak to peak signal everywhere, that we are applying in the maximum efficiency. Okay, this is all about the calculation. Actually very easiest calculation, nothing new here. You have to apply KVL and you have to apply some voltage and current Ohm's law relations. Okay, now we will take one simple diagram. This is called as a, in class A amplifier there is a two type. One is using transformer, one is without transformer. Okay, that is we are calling as a series fed directly coupled class A amplifier. In this, anyway we are using transistor for amplifier. Yes or no? And this circuit, you already remember that series fed, the first circuit in the mod 1 I have done. Yes or no? RB, and here RL, or you can call RC also. Okay, no issues. And this is IC, this is IB, input is capacitor, and this is nothing but, instead of R1 R2 I am taking only one resistance here. This is also called as a self bias transistor. In module 1, the first circuit what we have discussed, that circuit. Okay, that circuit if you are taken here, now here what are the things we can take? One is what is IC, what is IB, what is RC, what is RB we know, and what is VI here. Okay, this circuit we have to apply the some KVL to the output side. If I apply the KVL to the output side, what we are getting? Apply the KVL. this is, can I call as a VCE? So VCC minus ICRC minus VCE, yes or no? That is the equation we have got here, and I have taken in the form of IC. Okay, IC is equal to VCC minus VCE divided by RL. This is the very simple equation. Already we know about much on this circuit. Here in first slide also I explained the same circuit, okay, for your understanding purpose, and this is the equation what you got. Okay, the same equation I am getting here, nothing new here. Okay, and that in this part IC is equal to VCC minus VCE divided by RL. From the KVL we got this equation. From this equation this is IC. And what is voltage actually? Voltage is actually input is, we are taking as a VCC as a input signal. So if you want power, power is nothing but voltage into current. So current we are taking as a ICQ, okay, which is in the Q point, and voltage is VCC. Okay, this part is called as a PIDC. Why PI? Because it is a input of the power and in DC. Here I told, yes or no? This is called as a input, this is I called as a output. Same way, input analysis is DC, and here you have to remember that P is equal to V into I. Everyone know. The thing you remember that always input is VCC and ICQ is the output side. So we are taking as a V into I. Okay, VCC into ICQ. This is the equation for the power DC. There is no derivation. Simply you can take from the power equations. Okay, V into I equation. Okay, once you understand this, we are going for the next one called AC analysis. Okay, in AC analysis, if it is the middle point is Q, the upper point we are calling as IC max, minimum point we are calling as IC minimum, and one portion we are called as a IC peak. Okay, same way here, the maximum point is VC maximum, because this x-axis is VC, y-axis is IC. So whatever current we are representing in IC and whatever voltage we are representing in the VCE. Okay, the 0 point is VCEQ and VCE minimum, VCE maximum, and one peak we are calling VCE peak, peak to peak we are calling VCE peak to peak. Okay, actually whatever voltage you have to take from VCE, whatever current you have to take in IC. Okay, nothing special here. Now already I told we have to do it in a different format. First we can do it RMS format. Actually what is power here? AC analysis we are doing. So PAC, P is nothing but V into I. Yes or no? So we are taking V into I here. The thing is, here we are using which signal? RMS signal. So apply RMS here, nothing else. Okay, V into I, but RMS signal, so applying RMS. Now what we are taking else? VCE and IC. Why VCE and IC? Because in this we are taking IC versus VCE. So IC is the current and VCE is the voltage. So representing anywhere the current should be IC and voltage should be VCE. Okay, this is how we are taking power with respect to V and I. Can I take the power same way into I into R? So that is here. Okay, both the equations also same actually. You can take in the form of V and I, or you can take form of I into R, or you can take form of V by R. I hope you know that I square into R also power and V square by R also power. Yes or no? That I told, instead of RL you can take RC or RL. So RC here I am taken. So you can take it like that. Now any doubt what is using RMS signal means? Power is equal to, we can take three equation: voltage and current relation, current and resistance relation, voltage and resistance relation. All the three equation I have taken, and all the three I represented as a RMS, and I have taken as a IC, and V I have taken as a VCE, and R I have taken as a RC. This is all about RMS signal. Now I am converting this into the peak signal. Now what is the relation between RMS to peak? Already we know that VRMS is equal to Vm divided by root 2, IRMS is equal to Im root 2. Okay, here VRMS is VCE RMS. So here peak value is VCE peak. Yes or no? Instead of Vm we are taking VCE peak. So VCE RMS is equal to VCE peak into root 2, and IC RMS is equal to IC peak into root 2. So if I multiply this one, I am getting as a VCE peak into IC peak, divided by 2. That is the answer what I have taken. Same I can represent in I and R. I can represent in V by R. Okay, V square by R, I square into R V into I. Okay, so this is called as a peak signal relation. Now how to do it peak to peak signal? Already we know that peak means, see, this is the one portion is peak. Peak to peak means both the part, yes or no? That is the double of the peak we are calling peak to peak. So V peak to peak is the 2 times Vp. That we have to apply here. Okay, I have already have VCE peak into root 2, that is from here, yes or no? We have VC RMS that converted into VCE peak by root 2, yes or no? That is VCE peak by root 2, that we are made peak into the this value. Okay, V peak is nothing but VPP by 2. So we are done as a VPP by 2 here. See, VCE peak to peak by 2, same way ICC peak to peak by 2. So if it is divided by 2 into divided by 2 divided by 2, I am getting as a 8 times here. So my answer is VCE peak to peak into IC peak to peak divided by 8. Okay, once if you want you can calculate once again. I have to origin take as a VC RMS and IC RMS. I am converting into the peak form, then I am converting into the peak to peak form. Okay, then I will simplify. Okay, so if you done all these form, I am getting as a peak to peak signal. So here we are done as a 3 type of signal. RMS how you have to get? If you know RMS, simply convert into the peak, simply convert into the peak to peak. It is actually very easy, nothing to worry. But only don't represent in V and I form. You have to represent in I square and R, V square divided by R also. The efficiency means output by input. Okay, this portion here, yeah, here see, I have very small portion. If it is small portion, I can make large type of the amplifier. If it is large portion, I cannot make as a gain more. Okay, here I can make more gain because very small portion I have, and I can get as a gain in a larger portion. So it is called as a efficiency is very high because I am concentrating on very few areas. But here what happens, if I consider full area, this efficiency is less. Again I will take one small example. If you have uh, 10 type of the some fruit and you want to making as a juice from them, if it is 10 fruit, obviously you are getting as a more fruit waste you will get. If it is very small, for mainly one fruit, you can easily do it because very less you will get waste. The same concept here, if it is small portion, you will get larger type of the amplifier. If it is higher portion, you will get less amplifier. So this efficiency is less, this efficiency is high. But it is not related to distortion. Distortion is opposite. Distortion means how much signal I am getting from the input. Efficiency means how much power I gained from input to output. Okay, that is the difference here. I hope you are getting. Any doubt? I hope you got as a AC analysis. Now actually I have done one more stuff. This is exactly same as a previous one. Okay, here what we are done in a particular peak to peak signal, this is only another name we are writing as a maximum minimum. Okay, in exam they will ask like maximum minimum value also. So what you have to do, instead of writing as a peak to peak, write as a maximum minus V max minus V minimum, and IC peak means I max minus I minimum, and apply that, you will get VCE peak to peak into IC peak to peak divided by 8. When you apply that, V max minus V minimum to this area and I max I minimum to this area, you will get exactly that divided by 8. Why? Because 8 already we got from the previous. Yes or no? This is actually very simple one. Instead of writing peak to peak, write maximum minus minimum. Yes or no? This peak to peak also we can represent V max minus V minimum. So that we are representing. Same here. Instead of writing V max I max, you can write VCE max and VCE minimum, IC max, IC minimum also possible. And remember that all the formula are same. This is not a different formula, this is not a different formula, this is not a different formula. All the formulas same, only we are representing in a different way. In exam, any problem they ask, whichever easy you can take directly, not necessary to do all the stuff. Any one take it and write the answer. You can do PIAC. Now we are taking as a efficiency. Efficiency is nothing but output by input, so it is called as a efficiency, a symbol of eta, something like that. Percentage of efficiency, maximum output divided by input. Already I told P naught AC is output and PIDC is input. So output by input of the power. Already we discussed in a previous, PIDC is VCC into ICQ and P naught AC. I am taken last one, this one. Okay, you can take any format, it's okay. Okay, now I am taking in this format, so you have to do PAC by PDC from this derivation. What happens? PAC is something like this, here I applied, and PDC is applied this portion. So if I simplify this one, so I am getting as a 25%. How to simplify this one? We know that what is VC max? VC max is equal to VCC. Why? Because see here in this portion, the maximum point I am getting as a VCC. Same way, what is the I max? We are getting as a 2 ICQ, because this is the ICQ. From 0 to here, this point we are calling as a ICQ, and this point we are calling as a 2 ICQ. You can take VCC by RC also, holds good. Okay, if you are taking VCC by RC and VCC, then also you will get as a same answer, because VCC get cancelled. Okay, so this answer you are getting as a 25%. Okay, any doubt? Here what I have done, V maximum is VCC I applied, V minimum is 0, and I maximum I applied to ICQ, and I minimum is 0. And what is PIDC? VCC and ICQ. ICQ get cancelled. VCC get cancelled. 2 by 8 is nothing but 25. So we can call maximum efficiency is 25%. If they ask only efficiency, you have to do P naught AC by PIDC. Just apply the formula and leave it. If they ask maximum efficiency, then apply the maximum value here and do the calculation. You will get one value, that is the percentage of the efficiency. That is what we got, 25%. Okay, previously that slide I told that, same here. Any doubt on this? Now what are the things we are discussed? We discussed about what is DC analysis, that is nothing but input. Why actually DC analysis input? Because in this signal the input is given from the VCC and output is always we are taking from V naught, is nothing but in the form of sine wave. So this is AC and VCC always DC. So we are taking DC is a input, AC is a output. So DC analysis is nothing but input analysis, AC analysis is nothing but output analysis. AC analysis we can represent different type, but all the answer are same, and maximum efficiency is nothing but AC by DC. Okay, PAC by PDC. This is the total calculation. I hope you are getting, because nothing new in these formulas, all the derivation previously you know, that only you have to represent here. Okay, now try to do one problem. Calculate the input power, output power. Input power is nothing but PDC. Okay, output power is nothing but PAC, and efficiency of the amplifier circuit shown in the figure. Okay, this is the amplifier circuit for an input voltage that result in base current of 10 milliamp. Okay, what is the input voltage base current 10 milliamp means? IB is 10 milliamp. Yes or no? Base current is always IB. So IB is 10 milliamp, and another one they are given as a ICQ. Okay, ICQ is 0.483 here. Okay, this point it is less than 500, and somewhere they are getting as a 0.483 because it is in milliamps. Okay, so these are the values there. One more value they are given, RC is equal to 20 ohm, and RB is equal to 1K, and beta is equal to 25, and VCC is 20. Okay, these are given. Now I want to find out input power. How to find input power? Actually it is nothing but PDC. What is the formula for PDC? It is nothing but VCC into ICQ. Okay, so in this problem VCC is given as 20 and ICQ is given as 0.483. Okay, multiply these two, you will get what? PDC. Calculate first, find out PDC. PDC is nothing but ICQ. Yeah. Now, once you calculated input power, now I have to calculate output power. Output power is nothing but P naught AC. Okay. Now, how to calculate P naught AC? There is a many formula we have. So, no, see here, we have using RMS signal, peak to peak signal, and you can use voltage, current, and current resistance, all those stuff. Okay. Here, actually, we don't know VCE, but we know the RC. So, no, can I find IC possible using IB here? So, try to find IC here. How to find IC actually? Using IB value. IB is given and beta is given. From beta and IB, is it possible to find IC? Remember the relation between IC and IB? Actually, beta is equal to IC divided by IB. So, I know IB and beta, find out IC from that. Okay, that IC apply with the RC value, find out power. You can find out any other method also. You can find out VCE from that also you can find, because already I told there is a 9 formula we have for finding power AC. Okay, you can use any formula whichever easy for you. First you have to find IC using beta and IB. Then the power is equal to IC square into R. RC. RC is nothing but 20 ohm. That is the how you have to find output power. Yeah, so 0.625 watt for the power P naught AC, and PDC it's 9.6 watt. Yes or no? So now I want to find efficiency. How to find actually efficiency? Output power divided by input power. So make it P naught AC divided by P naught DC. Very simple. We got both the values. Make it 1 by 1 divided by another one. You will get the efficiency. What is the efficiency now? Now we are move on the second type of the class A amplifier. This type of amplifier is called as a transformer coupled class A amplifier. Okay. This is actually, instead of RC, we are using one transformer to here. Okay. And from the transformer, we are generating the class A amplifier. Okay. In class A amplifier, there is a two type of circuit. One is series fed. That circuit here what we are discussed. This is the one circuit. Okay. This is the first circuit. Second circuit is with transformer. That name is transformer coupled class A amplifier. Okay. In this, what is the circuit changes? The circuit remains same the previous part also. Only instead of RC, you have to take transformer also and RL also. When you are taken transformer, there is a many factors will come to the picture. I hope you know about transformer. Transformer is a converter which convert AC into the another form of the AC. Okay, here there is a many type of conversion. One is AC, if it is smaller in input, output is larger, we are calling as a step up transformer. If it is ulta, it is called as a step down transformer. Okay, what is transformer means? Which convert AC to AC. Okay, so in transformer we have two coil. One is primary coil, another one is secondary coil. Primary coil we are calling as a N1 and secondary coil we are calling as a N2. That is how many number of turns in the that coil. Okay, primary coil, how many number of turns is called N1. Okay, how many number of turns in the second coil is called N2. Okay, that is primary and secondary. And whichever input we are calling as a V1 and whichever output we are calling as a V2. Same way, whichever current is I1, whichever output current is I2. Same way, whichever input resistance, here I am calling as a R1 or RL bar, any name. Okay, better to call R1, and output is R2. Okay, now any doubt? We have total 8 terms. N1 and N2 is number of turns, V1 and V2 voltage, I1 and I2 current, R1 and R2 resistance. Okay, one is defined as a primary, two as defined as secondary. Now here, what is actually voltage transformation? Voltage transformation is, if it is V2 by V1 means it is N2 by N1. So voltage transformation is exactly same as a that term to that term. V2 means N2, V1 means N1. So V2 by V1 is equal to N2 by N1. But current transformation, it is opposite. If you are taking I2 by I1, it is N1 by N2. Always remember that voltage transformation exactly related to the number of turns, and current transformation, it is opposite. Okay, once we know the voltage and current, can we find out resistance? See this very important formula. R2 is nothing but V2 by I2. R is nothing but V by I, and it is 2, so V2 by I2. Same way R1 is nothing but V1 by I1. We are applying this one and simplifying, we will get V2 I1 V1 I2. Okay, this V2 V1 we have to apply this N2. Okay, and I1 I2 we have to apply this portion. Okay, here I2 by I1 is there, I want I1 I2, so it become N2 by N1. So it will, you will get as a R1 by R2 is nothing but N1 divided by N2 whole square. Okay, so from this derivation we are getting as a three equation. One is voltage equation, current equation, and this is resistance equation. Okay, these are the three equation. The extra in the last topic we are not discussed, the three equation we are getting because of the. Now we will do same operation as a DC operations and AC operations. Actually see here, DC operation, power DC, it is exactly same as a previous. What is PIDC? We got as a VCC into ICQ, remember, in here the same equation. Actually here we got as a power operation, exactly same. Pi DC is what we got here, the same answer we are getting here also. Okay, it's nothing but VCC into ICQ, so nothing difference in the DC portion. Now we are going for the AC portion. Already we know that what is AC portion means, it is nothing but IC max, IC minimum, and zeros, all those stuff. Okay, and that is if you are taken. See here, power of AC we can take in a many format. Either I can take in a RMS value, or I can take in a peak value or peak to peak value. Yes or no? Here see the same I am getting as a RMS value, that's nothing but VRMS into IRMS is equal to power, or if it is in the uh, peak value I am getting as a VIM INM divided by 2. Okay, here one thing you have to remember, that there we are calling as a VCE and IC, here we are calling as a V1 and I1. That is the difference. See here, V1M I1M into divided by 2. Here what we got actually from the previous, it is nothing but we got as a peak. Okay, nothing but VC peak IC peak divided by 2. Okay, instead of this we are getting as a V1 peak into I1 peak divided by 2. That's all. That means VCE and IC you have to represent as a V1 and V2, and I1 as a I2. If it is input portion or output portion, according to that we have to represent here. It is AC format, so input we have to take in a V1 and V2 format only. Okay, so from that we are getting as a answers, and this answer exactly same as a previous operations. So I am not going deep on this. What answer you got previous, that only right. If you represent instead of ICVC in this form, it is well and good. If you represent ICVC also, not a wrong answer, you can go with that. Okay, so if I go with the efficiency, I will get as a Vmax minus V minimum and same. But here what difference we are getting as, see Vmax I am getting as a 2 VCC. Why we are getting Vmax is equal to 2 VCC? Listen here, very important. Previous part V maximum we are getting as a, here V maximum I got VCC. Why? Because in this equation we made as a VC is equal to VCC minus ICRC. So IC is 0, so VC is equal to VCC. Okay, from that format we got as a VC is equal to VCC. But in this circuit usually what happens, there is no IC present here, no resistance present. So VCC I am getting directly from here. So from what it is, see, VCC is equal to, sorry, VCC minus VCE is equal to 0. So that IC portion is not there. So VCEQ is nothing but VCC. if VCQ is equal to VCC, that means this portion is VCC, and here 0 to VCC we have the same portion we have this side, so we are getting 2 times VCC. Okay, why? Because there is a no RC resistance present, so that reason we are getting 2 times VCC here maximum. Okay, that is the only changes between series fed and this. Okay, this is same, Imax is equal to 2IC is same, only this 2 we have to remember. Okay, from if you made 2, then instead of 25% I am getting as a 50%. That is the only one difference in the transformer if you are used. Okay, that is all about the what you are using in the transformer. In class B amplifier, actually we are getting only half of the signal. Yes or no? If I am using one class B, I am getting one half. If you are using another class B, I am getting another half. Because previously we are discussed that class B amplifier only present 180-degree. Yes or no? So it is only present one half of the signal. So if I want full signal, I have to use two type of the class B amplifier. So I have to use two transistor in the circuit. For that reason, we are using two transistor. One transistor is NPN, another transistor is PNP. Okay, we are in class B amplifier. How it work? Actually, what I am telling, class B, we cannot take one transistor, we have to take two transistor. Why? Because the class B is such a way that it only represent 180-degree. So I want to get as a 360-degree, so I have to get as a two transistor. And why I am not taking the both the transistors same? Because one transistor has to generate 180-degree in the positive cycle and another one has to generate in the negative half cycle. If it is positive half cycle 180 one side, negative half cycle another side, that only we can make as a 360-degree. For that reason, we are using as a complementary transistor. One is NPN, another one is PNP. Very important. See here, this is the symbol like this. So Q1 we are using NPN to make as a upper 180-degree, and Q2 we are making such a way that lower 180-degree. Why we are using two transistor? Because class B cannot use as a one transistor for 360-degree. Our aim is to generate 360-degree and we have to make two transistor. Why? Because in the class B, Q point is in the x-axis, so only 180-degree I will get. For that reason we are using two transistor. And why it is NPN and PNP? I cannot take both the side only positive side. I want one side is positive, another side is negative. For that reason we are taking two different type of the transistor. Now we are using why this type of transformer central tap means the aim of the central tap transformer, it will make upper part as a 180-degree, another type as another 180-degree changes. In the forward full wave rectifier we are discussed on this. See here, here I am taking as a diagram, this is my AC signal. Okay, in the upper part I am getting as it is same, okay, in the T1, but in the negative side I am getting as a 180 degrees. See, it is start from the minus here, it is start from the positive here. What happens, this transistor is NPN, so whatever I am getting from the positive I am getting in a negative side. Okay, that is nothing but another side portion I am getting. Same way, if I give as a positive to this transistor, so I am getting as a opposite part, negative here. Yes or no? Already we discussed on transistor, it is an inverting amplifier. If you give plus, you will get minus. If you get minus, you will get plus. Okay, so in the PNP I am getting as a plus to minus, in NPN I am getting plus to minus. Okay, so once you got this answer, I am merging these two. Okay, one side I am getting minus, one side I am getting plus. So merging purpose we required one more transformer for that one. Okay, and these two resistance nothing but biasing resistance. So once again I will go to this part and see here, this first portion is input transformer make as a phase split. Okay, this is the one type of phase, this is the another type, 180-degree difference in the phase. Okay, and Q1 will generate one side signal, Q2 will generate other side of signal. Okay, these two signal merge in the next one transformer. Okay, here we are using for the splitting, here we are using for the merging, and this is nothing but a load we are using as a audio speaker. You can use anything, resistance also possible here. Okay, so these two resistance is nothing but biasing to make these two transistor Q point in the x-axis, IC0 and VCC point. Okay, so for that this circuit we have to write. Any doubt on this circuit? What are the things in this circuit we have? First we are making as a splitting the phase, giving to the NPN and PNP, and we are merging together and we are giving to the load. Okay, you can write like this also. Here I have taken as a first half cycle what happens, second half cycle what happens, one by one we can discuss. Okay, the color of orange is actually second cycle and color of the green is first cycle. Okay, how it works, and we are merging these two. This is nothing but we are calling as a class B power amplifier. Okay, once you understand about class B, the calculation are as same as previous. Next class we will discuss on that. Okay, once I will tell the summary about this amplifier, power amplifier. Power amplifier is nothing but amplifying the power of signal. We have usually 5 type, but in our syllabus only 4 type: class A, class B, class AB, class C. All are depend upon how Q point is present in the transformer. If it is the Q point is middle, it is called class A and I am getting full 360-degree. And if it is my point is in the x-axis 0, so and we see maximum point, it is I am getting only one part 180-degree positive side, half cycle. This is known as class B, and class AB is nothing but in between class A and class B, so it is more than 180, less than 360. And class C is in the negative, the Q point is set and I am getting less than 180-degree, maybe anything, and it is efficiency actually very high. And these are the table what I have done, what happened about operating cycle, where Q point present, what is the signal I am getting, and what is the efficiency, what is the distortion. Okay, after that we have to calculate, one is input analysis as a PDC, output analysis as a PAC. PAC we can represent in a either RMS value, if you know VRMS, convert into the VM value, or peak value, convert into the peak to peak value, then convert into the maximum minimum value, and find out efficiency by DC by AC analysis. Okay, and first we are using series fed circuit. In this we are finding PIDC is nothing but VCC into ICQ. Then we are giving AC analysis, it is nothing but VC RMS into IC RMS. If you know one this circuit, everything is origin from this one only, simply convert into the other form. Okay, then we are going with the efficiency is nothing but P naught AC by PIDC. We already whatever answer just divide it. If it is maximum point, if you take, you will get 25%. Okay, and in the second one is called as a transformer coupled. The difference is we are using transformer instead of RC, and the difference is here we have different type of V2 V1 I2 I1 R2 R1 answer we will get. And main thing we have to remember here is the maximum point is instead of VCC it is 2 VCC. All the other stuff exactly same as a series fed. Okay, because of this 2 VCC, why I am getting 2 VCC? Because there is no resistance present here, so Q point is nothing but VCC, so maximum become twice of the Q point, so it is 2 VCC. For that reason we are getting as a twice of the previous percentage, 25 instead of 50% we will get. Okay, other all the calculations same as a series fed. Okay, then we are going to the class B. In class B, we, instead of using one transistor, we are using two transistor, because one is generating 180, another is generating another 180. So one is NPN, another one is PNP, and we are using R1 R2 for biasing network, and we are using two type of transformer, T1 for the splitting the phase and T2 for the combining the phase. The aim of this one, because 180 degree of the positive side has to be done from one transistor. For that we have to give one phase. For that we are using T1 for one phase to that one and another phase to Q2. So whatever answer we will get, that we are merging using second transform and giving to the load. Okay, this is the all the concept of power amplifier A and B.